Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of May 18th, 2016. So let's get right into it. First up on my pull list is a title for my daughter, Disney Princess, number 3. Yep, I haven't read it. It's still the annoying, I think it's still the annoying sideways format, but whatever. Sit down and read it with her at some point when she really wants to sit down and read about princesses. So, next up on the pull list is Dr. Fate number 12. Yep, enjoying Dr. Fate overall, but it's definitely not top tier stuff, but it's entertaining enough. So, next up is 4001 AD, Raw Array, one shot. I haven't started on the 4001 AD stuff. I just got caught up with Raw Array. I also got caught up with Ninjak. The Eternal Wrath of the Eternal Warrior, and Imperium. Oh, and I read Bloodshot. That's the other one I got caught up on. So I think I'm pretty much set to finish out some of these Valiant titles and get caught up. So hopefully soon I can be like, yes, 4001 AD, awesome stuff. Next up we have Harley Quinn number 28. And yes, the character there is Red Tool. That's his name. But it's Harley Quinn. It's funny. She's great. Next up, we have Lucifer, number 6. Got caught up with Lucifer. Enjoy it. Curious to see where it keeps going, but overall, a good title. Next up is a book I really enjoy, and it's a new story arc, and that's Manifest Destiny, number 19. Looks like we're starting Sasquatch. Manifest Destiny just overall is a really amazing title. I'm so glad I actually picked it up from the beginning. I really want them to put out some hardcover collections of it, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Next up, we have Martian Manhunter number 12. We'll kind of see what goes on with Martian Manhunter. Overall, okay title. That one, along with like Dr. Fate, are most likely going to be on my eBay list at some point, but overall, I've enjoyed them. Next up, really great title, Poison Ivy, Cycle of Life and Death, number 5 of 6. Just an amazing book. Can't wait to see how this one ends, but it's just a really solid title. Next up, we have Robin, Son of Batman, number 12. Overall, Robin, Son of Batman's been okay. It's not the one that I'm like, yes, I have to read every time I see it, but for the most part, it serves its purpose. Next up, we have Sinestro, number 23. Fear the Might. Yeah, we'll see. Is it their might? I guess it's their might. Fear their might. We'll see how it is. Sinestro's the best Lantern book out right now. I'm just been enjoying it so much. Sad to see some of these titles go with the new DC Rebirth stuff, but hopefully we get to see them come back at some point. Next up is a title I was talking about earlier, and technically now I'm no longer caught up, and that's Wrath of Eternal Warrior number 7. But hey, I'm looking forward to it. The issues I just got caught up on, good stuff. Can't wait to dive into that one. Next up, we have Exo Manowar Annual 2016 number 1. I am so far almost I would honestly say I'm almost pushing 8 months behind on Exo Manowar. I need to get caught up on it. But what I've read, I've really enjoyed. So yeah, just keep going with it. That's it for my pull list. There was one title on there that we got shorted all of our copies of, but we did get the new 52 variant for, and that's Aquaman number 52. So I picked up the variant for that. It's right there. But we didn't actually get the regular copy of issue number 52. So yeah, and be on the lookout for those new 52 variants. I believe Wonder Woman has one, and who else had one? Don't remember, but yeah, they're up there. All right, that's it from my pull list. I did grab some graphic novels this week, and I will warn you, there is a lot of books this week, a lot of titles, just a lot of small titles, and a lot of trade paperbacks and hardcovers and graphic novels, just a ton. So when you go to your local comic store, be aware that there is a lot of stuff coming out. But first thing I picked up today that came out was The Flash by Jeff Johns, Volume 2. They had these in omnibus format, but I didn't like the the size that they did of them because they were all awkward and stuff. So I started picking these up in trade. So this is volume 2. Definitely need to get to reading that stuff. I hear nothing but good things about Jeff Johns' Flash run. Next up is actually a comic, not a graphic novel, but it is a hardcover comic, and that is the hardcover comic for Dark Knight 3, The Master Race number 4. Yes, I spend $12.99 on technically a single issue, but they're nice, and I get the Jim Lee sketch covers, and that's pretty much the only way I'm going to get a Jim Lee sketch cover of that. Or any Jim Lee cover of that, unless I print one up and cut it out and put it on top of another one. I don't know. Another big one that came out was Fables, the Deluxe Edition, Volume 12. Not the best stuff. This is the superhero stuff and the kids or babes in Toyland stuff. But maybe reading through it again, I'll enjoy it. But I got to keep my collection going because, yeah. So that's it for what I brought home. Now let's get to the reading stuff. This is the stuff I take home to stay current, caught up, and just overall be knowledgeable about comics for you. First up, we have the Astonishing Ant-Man number 8. If you're not reading Nick Spencer's Ant-Man, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's awesome, hilarious stuff, and I can't wait for it every month when it comes out. It's good stuff. It's the only Marvel trade that I actually purchase whenever it comes out, besides the Star Wars, but I'm waiting on hardcovers. So yeah, next up we have BEK, or Black Eyed Kids number 2 from Aftershock. The first one made me curious, so I'm gonna check out issue 2. Hopefully it keeps my interest and I keep going with it. But Aftershock's been doing some good stuff from some really strong creative teams. So if you're curious, check out Aftershock Comics. Yeah. Next up we have Black Road number 2. The first one was interesting enough, so I'm going to give number 2 a try. We'll see how far that goes. And this is probably the biggest title this week from Marvel, and I hope you're ready for it. I don't even know if I'm ready for it, but that is Civil War 2 Zero comes out this week. So we are going to officially be starting Civil War 2. Hopefully it sticks on a good release schedule and all that stuff, and it doesn't follow the release schedule of the previous Civil War. But yeah, who knows. Next up is a Dark Horse book. It is Department H, or Depth, number 2. First issue made me very, very curious. So I'm going to check out issue 2 to see if I like it. But issue 1 was good. Next up we have the number 1 from DC and Hanna-Barbera. And that's the number 1 for Future Quest. So if you ever liked those Hanna-Barbera cartoons, those comics are starting to come out, and Future Quest is the first one. I'm going to give it a read and see what I like. I'm really looking forward to kind of the Wacky Racers one. That one looks pretty good. So, but we'll see how I like Future Quest. Next up is The Haunted Mansion number 3. If you like Disney, you like The Haunted Mansion, pick it up. It's okay. Next up we have Karnak number 4. First 3 issues were entertaining, so I'm keeping going with that one. Next up is a new number 1 from Gene Ha. It is May, M-A-E, number 1. I'm curious, I'll check it out. Next up is a really solid title from Marvel, written by Jeff Lemire, but that's Old Man Logan, and number 6 is out this week. Just really, really solid stuff. That is most like Jeff Lemire's Old Man Logan is probably something I'm going to end up getting in hardcover. It's just really, really good. Next up we have Power Man and Iron Fist number 4. It's overall not a great book, but it's not a horrible book. It's kind of in between. So yeah, I'm still reading it. Next up we have Silver Surfer number 4. Mike Aldred is still continuing on, and Dan Slott is still continuing on their creative run of Silver Surfer, and despite me not really liking the artwork, it is a good title. So yeah. Next up is number 7 in the Final Days of Superman, and that's attached to Superman Wonder Woman number 29. You need to be reading that. The Final Days. Go to your local comic book shop. Try and find those early issues with that Superman logo with the number in it, but get caught up. It's really, really good stuff. I've actually been enjoying Superman for the first time in a long time with DC, and it's definitely a good lead in to what's going on with Rebirth. Really, really excited for Superman going forward, so we shall see. Next up is Tank Girl, 2 Girls, 1 Tank. I assume that's a reference to 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Please don't Google that. It's just wrong. But for issue 1, yeah, figured I'd give it a try. It's Tank Girl. Never really read any Tank Girl, but see if it's entertaining enough. Next up is Wonder Woman number 52. Yep, Wonder Woman 52. I've been enjoying the Finch's stuff on the new with Wonder Woman so far. I'm curious. I may go back and read the Brian Azzarello Chang stuff, but we shall see. Also available today at your local comic book shop is the AMC Special number 1 for Preacher. It is a free book, so you can check out Preacher that is coming to AMC on May 22nd. So I would say pick up a copy, read it, check it out. Preacher is an amazing title. I don't know how well the show's going to do, but Preacher is definitely one of the must-reads if you're a comic book reader. I was blown away the first time I read it, and I need to reread it, but yeah, that's why I got these nice hardcovers right here. But if they release Absolutes, I'll pick up those. Yeah, sucker. I'm a sucker. That's pretty much it. Not really much else to report. We did have some sad news this past Saturday. Comic artist Darwin Cook passed away. He lost his battle with cancer. And so I actually picked up the DC Comics New Frontier book that he did that everybody raves about. It's been on my read list for a long time, and I only thought it fitting that I actually snag a copy and just kind of in honor of him. Sad news. So yeah. All right, that's a downer. I didn't think I was going to end on a downer. Do I have anything else to talk about? Oh, no. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you are in the Bay Area and you play a little game called Hearthstone, we are hosting a first fireside gathering at Comics Conspiracy on May 29th at about 6 o'clock. That's a Sunday. Come out, just really casual, just people getting together to play Hearthstone, have some fun. I will be raffling off a $20 BattleNet card for the event. So yeah, so if you or any of your friends play Hearthstone and you live in the Bay Area, come on down May 29th. There is a Facebook group page. I will link it in the description below. And we are official and we're up on BattleNet. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Yeah, thanks again for watching. Remember, please like, share, and subscribe. You can leave your comments down below in the comments section. I'd like to see what you guys are picking up, so slap it up there. Let me see, what it is. If you have a question, go ahead and throw a question at me. If you want to point out something, like I covered up something and it became the Anal Man instead of the Analog Man. Love it. It's good stuff. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. You can also listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast, which this week we have a Q&A episode. So tune in for us to answer your questions, or answer listener questions, I should say, on that episode. Next week we will be doing a DC Universe Rebirth special podcast. We are doing a midnight release of the comic on next Tuesday the 24th. So I would, if you're in the South or in the Bay Area, we are giving away DC Rebirth, or Universe Rebirth, or DC Universe Rebirth number 1 for free if you come down during the midnight window. We will have a couple other books on sale at the time, like I think Superman, Justice League. but in the variants for the DC Universe Rebirth will be available. But you do get a free copy of that 80-page issue if you come down. So come on down for that. Yeah, pretty much it. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe. I think I got through it all. Yeah, it's hot in here. It sucks. I'm going to go upload this so you can enjoy it. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and as usual, I will see you next week.